Josh, a while ago, Lorcana put its first expansion pack out, or continuation of the story. I don't understand or how this works, but I got both starter decks from Floodborn as well as a box of Floodborn.
We're back.
We're back. Okay. I was say I thought it was Floodborn, and then I panicked because it doesn't say on the front of the box.
It doesn't,
and I was like, did I do something wrong? What's on the side there?
Rise of the Floodborn. Because the Floodborn are what they call the people in the game, I think, right? Like the characters are Floodborn, I think, or there's something. It's about lore, I think.
It's all about lore.
Lorcana.
So we're going to do the decks first. Because I feel like there's not going to be any crazy rares in here or anything.
No. These are just going to be... These are going to be the bad cards. That's how these ways work.
These are going to be the bad cards.
I forgot that they do packs in the things, though.
Got one special little pack. Let's put that aside. We got rules. No one needs rules.
You don't know how to play this game. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Got the little.
I don't know how to play this game.
Got the little charts and all the things again. No one's here for that.
What's this set about? Do you know anything about this set?
No, but while I'm ripping some of these open, that sounds like a good job for you.
Has Lorcana decided to put Star Wars characters in yet?
No, we haven't gone full Kingdom Hearts yet.
Okay.
So this might be a little harder to judge. But so we have a queen. Wait, I'm looking at Discord, not the real thing. That's why I couldn't read them. Gaston's back.
Yep, Gaston again.
Oh, we got dwarves now.
Dwarves are in.
Wait, does this deck have a name on it? Or is it just a deck?
I don't see a name on the other one you have, unless it's on the sides.
No, okay, it's not. I'm sure there's a theme to it.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something going on here.
All right, got some Bashfuls. We got the Keeper of Pooh, Christopher Robin.
Oh, Christopher Robin. I feel like Christopher
we're
Robin doesn't.
We're running a dwarves deck.
This is full on, yeah.
And not even like...
There's a lot of Gastons in this deck.
Another Duke.
Who's that guy?
He's friends with somebody.
I
feel like one of us. He's advisor to the king.
Okay.
Maybe.
So many dwarves.
I don't know. So obviously we have a full dwarf set now.
I hope the dwarves are like. I hope they work together really well.
Got some more of the foo.
I hope you have to whistle when you play them.
What do they say? Sleepy enters the field asleep.
Oh, he's a little eepy.
That's pretty good. That's a clever. Whenever you play this character, another 7 dwarves character, you may give a chosen character -1 star this turn, wherever the stars are. So the dwarves all definitely. It's like a good goblin deck.
And Snow White. Thematic. Yeah, I would hope that the dwarves work like goblins for sure.
Or whoever your favorite magic.
Whatever your favorite type is.
I still think that's still a cool bell. That's from the old set as well.
Oh,
pretty legit Cruella.
Oh, I guess that these are the decks, so they might actually be including first set cards. Okay.
That seems silly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's nothing I have to freaking look at. Yo, it's Officer Judy Hopps. We're getting real crazy into like.
That's new school.
Yeah, like.
Owl.
I think it's from Pooh.
Yeah, it seems like a poo.
But we were saying last time, they seemed real specific with it's a Harry Potter card. They seemed real specific with the movies and sets from last time. And other than like, at least as of now, opening a deck, we seem to be locked in on like brand new Disney plus Snow White, Winnie the Pooh.
I was gonna say we got mostly Snow White here at this point, and 7 dwarves.
A popsicle. I feel like there are deck names somewhere. I don't know.
There would have to be, but otherwise you wouldn't be able to tell them apart. I wouldn't think.
This is a beefy pack we got here. Josh and I just opened some Pokemon cards separate,
which are way more exciting than these. I gotta be honest.
Different vibes, man. Different vibes. Oh, look, we got the.
Oh yeah, you made Mickey last time. This time around, you're making a mini.
Of course. That's a Sword of the Stone. That's
Legend of the Sword in the Stone.
So it's like 1930s, and then 2012 Judy Hopps. Like Ray is no.
Ray is very new, right?
Enchantress.
Enchantress. Like the Marvel character?
Exactly like the Marvel character.
The
I
lady
can't tell what she's from.
who always steals my ongoing abilities? That's a Marvel
the-
Snap joke for you kids. The broom. Oh, Wreck-It Ralph's here, everybody.
This is super new versus
Ring the bell.
the damn bird's
Hey,
back.
hey. Arthur. Okay.
Lots of Belle.
Belle.
Daisy Duck as a magician
Foil?
looking. Yeah, like the
Creepy duck.
She looks like Magica or whoever the evil duck was from. That was DuckTales, right?
Yes, I have no idea actually.
Magica always
right.
tried to
It
steal
sounds right.
Uncle Scrooge's lucky penny. First penny he ever made.
Well, that's his problem. He's been counterfeiting money. Over there making pennies.
You can literally make money to make more money. It seems like the best idea. Wait, that's a pack. So this Merlin is foil. It's kind of hard to tell.
Fancy Merlin.
But he's shiny and is doing magic. Shiny Tiana. Chip. Do you know what Chip's from?
Chip the teacup. Yeah, he's from Beauty and the Beast.
Do you remember his mom's name?
Mrs. Potts.
That boy.
That's a good movie.
They're all good.
Much like Moana.
They're all good in their own way.
You know it's not a good movie? Frozen 2. I've watched that like 40 times this past 2 months.
Do you know the songs?
No. I try to just completely disassociate when it's on, to be completely honest with you.
Merlin.
Frozen 1, I know all the songs. Frozen
Merlin's
2.
a crab. If anyone remembers why Merlin's a crab,
Yeah, what's
let us
going
know
on
in
here?
the comments. He's also a goat.
Also goat.
So this is a Merlin deck?
Merlin as other things deck? Is Merlin a shapeshifter? Or is Merlin as something else?
A bunny,
and
a
is this thing else?
squirrel. There you go. So there's some
Freeze.
else for you. Okay. This one is fantastic because his fat butt's stuck in the freaking
He's
the honey
stuck.
hole.
Yeah.
Scary beast.
From the X-Men?
Yeah. Can't you tell?
Yeah.
Look, it looks just like him.
It really
Looks
does,
just
actually.
like him. Yeah, see?
It's all blue.
More new movies I don't know. Fencing Cinderella's kind of cool.
I like they made her like badass. Who's that dude?
I don't know. He looks. He's a big daddy, and he has a very French name.
Big Daddy.
So I'm gonna assume this is all the Princess and the Frog stuff for those.
Oh yeah, I never saw that one.
Neither did I. But they
And then
seem.
There's that new movie Wish, which I heard wasn't very good, but I didn't see it either.
As far as I'm aware, Disney animation has lost its vibe recently.
I feel like it has.
Here, whenever the movies come out.
Although that makes me like want to be into them though. Is that weird? Like people are usually really into things and I try not to like them, and then when people aren't into things it makes me want to like them.
So it flips your brain in their direction.
It
does.
There's
a lot of princes and things. No one cares about the prince.
How about Tiana? Do we care about her? She's working hard.
Princess and the Frog.
But look at her. She's working.
Beignets. She's making beignets.
It's very French.
That's pretty cool. But it really seems like both these sets, Mickey Mouse armor, both these sets seem very heavy towards the Frog movie. Like, I feel like we see those consistently more than everything else.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't underrepresented for sure. That was just these two decks too. I mean, like, who knows what the set.
Oh, I mean, like. Even between. Really, I'm gonna get the.
No, really lame. Come on.
All right, so the real stuff. Rapunzel,
let down your Cusco. Another enchantress.
Do you buy into Peter Pan's kind of like a serial killer and not so much a happy little boy?
I never liked Peter Pan that much, really.
Surfing
as a
Mini
kid.
with Figaro, or
Nice.
whatever her cat's name is. That's pretty cool. It's nice little.
I did like the movie Hook. That was my jam.
I feel like everyone loved Hook.
Mostly
That's
because
where, like,
I just wanted to be
cool.
Rufio. I think that's mostly what I wanted. I think Rufio was just the coolest person I'd ever seen.
Rufio was cool, especially when, like, because he was sassing off the whole time.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, they're giving him crap at dinner, and he just throws fake food in his face.
I think Rufio was just, hey, look, it had a little pull tab. We were just talking about how I didn't think that American cards had those.
I think the old boxes and sets of these specifically also had that. I think these are the only sets that do here, if I remember correctly. We're gonna do a monster way here again, and just ugly shuffle. The highlight of this always too is my trash can fills up in a way that I can't really keep putting things back into. Now we're just making messes. Now we're just making messes in the house.
Just a whole nightmare.
And some people go, "What are you idiots even rambling about? What else do you want me to do? I'm trying to shuffle cards right now."
What are you looking for? What do you want from us here?
Yeah.
Apparently, the Disney Lorcana website is down right now. Cloudflare is reporting that it's returning an unknown error. So,
got hacked.
It's going great for them. I was trying to read like the lore about the set, but you know,
your one job.
Apparently not.
The one thing we really needed tonight
was the Disney Lorcana website to work. There we go. Now it's working.
Now, if you want to read the lore while we're burning through cards here. Oh, it's the Inside Out people are in this set. Apparently.
Okay, I was trying to figure out what that was.
Or at least some of them. Donald Duck.
All right, so here's the
diving.
Quick little blurb about this set. A sudden explosion rocks the Great Illuminary. Inside, magical ink crashes together and a flood rushes through the hallways. Glimmers of characters swept up in the chaotic flood find themselves transformed in surprising ways, while precious lore is washed out into the Inklands far below.
And what was the original?
So characters transformed, I guess, is the...
Well, some of those made sense, because like they had Steampunk Belle again, Donald Duck scuba diving.
Oh, yeah.
Lilo was doing her outer space thing. There's 27 Merlins, as we saw.
Did you know that there is a Lorcana companion app?
I did. I think I did.
Gives you the whole database.
I feel like from my standpoint, the world's greatest criminal mind is right there. What movie is he from? I could barely even see the card, like looking at the card with it in my face. That's fun. But yeah, like I've always figured if I looked at the companion, then I will know the cards in the set. And I wanted these to be a surprise. Like I know all the Pokemon. I know like all 5,000 Pokemon wherever there are now. So that's not really as spoilery.
There's another Merlin. New kid from something.
A lot of Arthur.
Yeah. Here's the lore for the first set. In the realm of Lorcana, even the most familiar faces may surprise you. At the center of this wondrous place is the Great Illuminary, where Illumineers wield magical ink to create glimmers of beloved Disney characters and begin their adventures together. So the Great Illuminary coming up in both of the lore blurbs so far.
That's like Yen Sid in Kingdom Hearts.
The place, is that where they hang out?
What?
I don't know anything about Kingdom Hearts.
We talked about this, Josh. We've talked about this.
Sorry, I forgot. Would you like to hear the blurb about their next set, Into the Inklands, which comes out next month?
I would, because I already pre-ordered a box.
Okay. The flood has washed precious lore far into the Inklands. Eager to recover what was lost, adventurous Lumineers head into the unknown reaches of the realm. Wonders and mystery await them at every turn, but their goal remains. The scattered lore must be returned to the Hall of Lorcana before it falls into the wrong hands.
So, you've played Magic.
I have.
You've played Magic. They, when they put these stories and tales and sub stories and all these things,
Sure.
like I maybe because I don't really play with the cards.
You're saying why does it matter? Who cares?
Yeah, it means nothing to me.
So I can only tell you from a Magic perspective. But from a Magic perspective, it actually does kind of. It doesn't matter to the gameplay, but like all the cards revolve around the story, and the cards kind of tell the story too. So like with Magic, they release the story like on their website like weekly, so you can read it and keep up with the story and stuff. And then the cards themselves are like the characters from the story and the events from the story and stuff like that. So like they'll go back to different planes that are like fan favorite. Like when they go back to Ravnica, people always get really excited because everyone loves that area and that world. And like
that's
so,
a word I know from Magic. I feel
right?
like I
Yeah.
shouldn't, but
So like the characters of Ravnica then show up again on the cards and all this stuff. So like it's the setting and the story and stuff actually does kind of matter. And there is a large overarching story in Magic that has been continuing for, the 25 years the game's been running.
that's a fun pivot. But yeah,
But
like I
now
mean,
Magic cards are just like Doctor Who and stuff. So
it's all gone.
the main story doesn't really matter as much.
I will say, as a general statement, this set is much less whelming.
Yeah, I was gonna say
than the last
I haven't been
set.
excited about anything yet, really.
Like the dwarves are cool. The Winnie the Pooh edition is a solid one in this guy's eyes. But most of this is like, I guess it's just from not watching the newer movies.
Yeah, I guess they have a real problem. It seems like, like think about opening a Pokemon set. There's so many flashy, shiny cards that like even if they're not going to be worth money, they're like pretty. And this this game doesn't have that. Like even their shiny cards aren't really that exciting because they're not even really that shiny, unless you get like the super super rare kind of full art looking cards. So I feel like Lorcana needs to have more varied rarities like Pokemon does.
And with with Pokemon, like most people know the main Pokemon stuff. I feel like we kind of talked about with the first set, and now doing this set is kind of the same vibe, at least for me. This is like the second or third Jungle Book too. I'm shocked that they didn't start more so with like all the super famous Disney movies than doing this weird mix of like old, new, random ones kind of vibe. Because they could have went heavy with like Mickey. Like the first section should have been like Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald. That would have been the Snow White, the Alice in Wonderlands. Like just stick to all the super old ones where people are like, holy crap, these are all my favorites from growing up. Because I'm pretty sure this isn't like, I mean, I guess it's a kid's game. I feel like no one's buying this as a kid.
No, this is for people our age. Yeah,
this is for weirdo Disney adults. He's a honey wizard. I like this one. All the Winnie the Pooh ones I like.
The Minnie, okay. Yeah, I think that they're probably really afraid of like if they don't do this weird shotgun approach where they get like some characters from like across the history of Disney, then yeah, they're worried they're not going to appeal to like a large swath of their audience, I'm sure. Like if they only do the old stuff, then they're going to miss out on, kids getting into Lorcana, I guess, is probably the thought process. But it makes each set feel like it doesn't have an identity. Like, and that's the thing that Magic is generally really good about is like each set feels radically different than the set before it, and it has a unifying like identity and theme and often like art style. And this just feels like random characters chosen randomly.
Yeah, or like if you took a survey for the first set and been like, okay, here's Pinocchio, that's fun. Like him, he'd be a good one of the classics, like crazy skin Cinderella that works. Even Arthur. But I really thought they should have taken a survey of like, I didn't take that card out. That's why. Top 5 Disney movie cartoon things in everyone's minds, and then you see it's like, oh, Frozen, Moana, of course, you need an actual Mickey thing, and like did it that way. But now this like there's a super large chunk of like Mulan, which is maybe popular. I don't know. Lots of Princess and the Frog, or what that one's called. This one seems super like Raya and more Princess and the Frog heavy, and maybe it's just more popular than I realized. That's a cool ticker. The Winnie the Pooh edition in this set is definitely my favorite.
I like the Winnie the Pooh cards. Yeah, I like that hypnotized card too. That's pretty good. Surfing Minis is a good card.
But most like, I feel like a good chunk of this is just like random humans, from Disney things.
I think I think anything. So like Pokemon is lucky because you constantly get new Pokemon games, right? Like every several years, there's a new Pokemon game that has 150 new Pokemon in it, and you can make cards based on those Pokemon and all the old ones. Like they're not really making Disney movie characters to that rate, so like I don't know. At some point, do you need the 17th Gaston card? Probably not.
I want you to know where to go. Basil is super old school, and it's the Great Mouse Detective. And it's actually where my name comes from. Because my mom's a Disney weirdo. I guess I guess me buying these cards makes me a Disney weirdo.
Makes you a Disney weirdo. But your name's not Basil. I'm confused.
The dog in the Great Mouse Detective is named Toby.
Oh. Interesting.
Now I'm named Toby. My mom.
So Toby was the dog's name, truly. That's an Indiana Jones quote for you.
Oh, okay.
Except he says Indiana was the dog's name. You see in Indiana Jones, Indiana was the dog's name.
That's pretty clever.
That's what Sean Connery says.
My mom wanted to name me Mickey after Mickey Mouse. I believe I told you this before. I don't remember. But my dad wisely put the kibosh on that.
Mickey, I mean, there are adults that pull off Mickey, and they don't make me think about Mickey Mouse.
But if you're sleeping down, if you're specifically named Mickey, because your mom tells you at some point in your life, oh yeah, like I named you after Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, that's
extra.
That's a big burden.
And even if she doesn't tell you, it's like Armored-ish, something like even if she never told me this story because I lucked out and I'm not named Mickey, but like when I'm old enough to recognize, like, wow, my mom loves Disney, it's her favorite thing, and she, oh, Mickey Mouse, like any child will put those pieces together and be like, I'm starting to sniff something here.
Toby, I had to come up, or I didn't have to. I wanted to because the internet. Come up with my comfort movie, my 4 comfort movies, like the movies that I would watch that are like the most comforting movies for me.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you 3 of them. And then one of them is a Disney film. And I want to see if you could at all fathom what Disney film I would put on my list. So Ghostbusters, the first one. Casper the Friendly Ghost movie. The real
Christina Ricci before she was
Yep.
Wednesday Addams.
That's a nice, just like feels like home movie for me. And then Too Fast, Too Furious, which is maybe my favorite of the Fast and Furious franchise. It's the most ridiculous, but it also is like the most fun. Like I feel like I could just like sit and watch that movie forever and cuddle up in a blanket and be super happy. And then one Disney movie. Any guesses as to what that is? It's an older one, and it's live action.
Live action Disney movie. Well, and it's not Hook? It's not part of the conversation?
It's not Hook. Yeah, now that we said Hook, I'm actually thinking like, man, should I have put Hook on this list? But it's not Hook.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Ooh, that's a good one too. No, it is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Any particular reason? You just like the adventures, or?
Yeah, I loved it as a kid, and it very much like, I don't know. Like I feel like I had a lot of like imagination play surrounding Honey I Shrunk the Kids as a kid. Like imagining that I was little and like, climbing up, grass leaves and
Blades of
stuff.
grass and
Yeah. And then, so I loved it as a kid and then watched it pretty recently as an adult. And like, it holds up. It's super good. Like, I really, really enjoyed watching it as an adult, even. Um,
would you say that's the magic of Rick Moranis?
I would. Yeah. I think two of my movies prominently feature Rick Moranis because he's also in Ghostbusters.
In Ghostbusters, yeah.
Yeah. So I think I really am finding out that I'm just actually a massive Rick Moranis fan.
It might be too late for it now. That's a crazy looking lady.
She is crazy.
When
Blue Fairy.
She has the nice little orb there. When I went to Disney with my mom as a kid, I doubt it's still there because it's all the new stuff, obviously. They still had Honey, I Shrunk the Kid land. We could walk through and take a picture with the giant ant, and obviously
nice.
it's like obviously it's Disney, so they did the whole crazy you actually felt like you were there. And I was gonna say you should go back with your kid and check it out, but I highly doubt it's still there.
Yeah, I'm sure
it probably
it's
got replaced by 3 different things by now.
Yeah, if I can avoid Disney for the rest of my life, that's the goal.
That's no fun.
I'm no fun. What can I say?
I have to talk to your kid about this.
Don't tell her that Disney exists, please. Actually, she knows it exists and doesn't seem to have a strong desire to go currently, which is nice.
Because you're not showing her the movies. See, this is where the problem starts.
I'm showing her the movies. She's watching the movies all the time.
Okay.
She's a Moana head. She's a Frozidiot. I don't know.
All right, calling people froze idiots is pretty good.
Thank you.
I will say, obviously, there's certain things that can't be helped when you're opening a box of cards here. Last time I got 2 or 3 really fancy Mickey cards.
Yeah, it's nothing. You got nothing this time around. You've gotten like 18 Pacha cards, if that's helpful.
This is as not foily and common as possible.
This box feels like a dud. What did you call me? I said you were a dud.
Yeah.
That's like third. That's the third or fourth Gaston card in the set.
We got crossbow though.
There's just a weapon.
Nana's do you know what Nana's from?
I don't. I was trying to figure it out.
Peter Pan. Come on.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Pinocchio. Scary story.
Nana was in Hook. And yet you still don't know.
I don't remember that.
Not
I haven't watched Hook for a long time.
But she gets scared and she runs and hides.
Okay. Oh, I remember that. I remember that scene now. I haven't watched Hook for a very long time. I should rewatch that.
Watch it with the kids. See
if the kid's into
vibe
Hook.
Check.
Sometimes though, if you share something you love with your kid and they're not into it, that's a real bummer.
I feel like that's the most common. It's like a meme joke reality thing where you watch a video on YouTube, you get so hyped, you're like, oh my god, I want to share this is the funniest thing, I watched it 20 times, and without fail, anything you enjoy like that, when you show somebody else, is almost guaranteed to be a miss of I have no interest in this isn't funny, it's so stupid.
Yeah, that's true. That definitely happens all the time. I found for me that often doesn't even matter because it's just the act of showing it to someone is joy enough for me. I don't even need the person to like it. I just needed to have shared it and talked about it.
At this point, we've gotten 3 or 4 of the cops from.
Yeah.
I think it's Zootopia.
I think Zootopia, yeah. We watched that a couple times.
Okay, so this is going to have to be the pack because, well, there's no more.
Jiminy Cricket.
Got a few of him. Nothing good's coming, Josh.
Yeah, we'll see. Lorcana definitely has to do something. Like they need to take some big hints from Pokemon because just not an exciting box opening. And Pokemon super exciting. Like
even for things we don't know.
yeah, like you don't have to know anything about Pokemon cards to be really hype when you open a card that just is like super shiny. And Lorcana needs to get on that bandwagon right now. Their cards are too boring.
Yeah. So I guess the next time we'll be opening a Lorcana box will be when the next set comes out. 'Cause I ordered it already.
Hopefully it's more exciting.
Hopefully it's more exciting. My hopes have gone down since last time, but we will hope for the best here.